watching from today. We have some more big news out of Venezuela as it appears the United States and Venezuela continue to be on the fast track for some kind of imminent conflict, some kind of major clash. We've seen multiple steps taken. We have heard horror stories coming out of Venezuela, and now Venezuela appears to be locking down the country ahead of a possible military strike conducted by the United States military on the orders of President Donald Trump. So we're going to get into the latest that is happening. We're going to break down exactly how this is unfolding. And guys, it is a crazy situation. It is an absolutely wild situation, and it's something we all need to be aware of. But before we get started, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, cost you guys absolutely nothing at all, and is a huge, 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 huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. How do you want to see President Donald Trump handle the drug cartels? Please hit that bell above, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a single thing that we share here. You'll have the best information on the web. And then as always, right here on the bottom of the screen, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. Please give me a follow there as well. DMs are open. If you need anything from me or there's something you want me to look into, please reach out there. Now, I'm trying to pull up a video. For some reason, it's not really working, but just give me a moment and I will get it set. So, as we know, we have been building up to some kind of major incident involving Venezuela, right? We saw President Donald Trump blow up a TDA, Tren de Aragua boat with 11 people that were smuggling narcotics. It left Venezuela. It was in international waters. The United States dropped a missile on it and destroyed it to make sure the drugs couldn't get to the U.S. You're going to see more and more of this. We have seen it now happen to a second boat, although they didn't bomb that one. They ripped the people off of it and then unleashed with guns on it. We have seen a massive, massive naval buildup off the coast of Venezuela. Ships totaling a total of about 1,000 cruise missiles are now in position to hit Venezuela if that is the call that President Donald Trump makes. On top of that, the Venezuelans are flying fighter jets over our naval ships. President Trump has vowed to shoot those planes out of the sky if they keep doing it. So we just keep going up and up and up and up. One of the big moves we saw to Venezuela was that Nicolas Maduro, the scumbag dictator of Venezuela, claimed he was going to mobilize 4.5 million people in a militia, mostly old men and housewives, which they were bragging about. They're literally bragging about how they're going to send old men and women to fight the United States if there's a military strike, use them as cannon fodder, just send them in to hell on earth, send them into the front lines. It's gross. But we have some more details about that now. I'm going to go ahead and throw this up on the screen for you all. I need to make sure. Here we are. So let me go and put this on the screen. This is the latest news out of Venezuela. It says Venezuelan president deploying military militias to 284 battlefront locations as tensions with U.S. rise. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro raised the stakes and said the country was ready for an armed fight. So it says Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said he would deploy military and militias to 284 battlefront locations across his country as tensions with the U.S. rise following a deadly strike last week. Flanked by his defense minister, Maduro raised the stakes in a state television broadcast Thursday morning. We're ready for an armed fight if it's necessary. Maduro reported from, I think that's pronounced Ciudad Caribia. If I'm butchering that, let me know in the comments below. On the country's central coast, Reuters reported. Along all the Venezuelan coast, from the border with Colombia to the east of the country, from north to south and east to west, we have full preparation of official troops. The escalation follows a lethal U.S. strike last week on what President Trump claimed was a boat smuggling drugs out of Venezuela for the Tren de Aragua gang. Trump alleged the shipment in the Caribbean Sea was led by the Venezuelan president, which Maduro died. The strike killed 11 people, which is the first known U.S. military attack against alleged drug traffickers since the Trump administration began sending warships to the Caribbean last week. So let's see what else we got here. So this is pretty much it. That's pretty much it on this front. So I am going to pull this off the screen real quick. We're going to get this ready to go, and it's time to show you. So right now, what you have Venezuela doing, Venezuela is locking down their coast. Venezuela is preparing for an invasion. Keep in mind, we have thousands of troops in Puerto Rico practicing amphibious assaults, practicing for landings in Venezuela. But we have to remember, we don't even need to land troops. This could be an entire air campaign. Venezuela's air defenses are a joke. It's believed 60 to 70% of Venezuela's skies cannot be defended. The only areas with actual air defense are around Caracas and then wherever Maduro's bunkers are. The rest of Venezuela's skies are completely undefended. They do not have the resources. They do not have the ability to fight. So this idea that they're claiming that they've opened 284 battlefront locations preparing for a United States invasion is, quite frankly, a little bit comical to me. Doesn't really make sense at all. Those people are going to flee. They're going to lay down their arms as soon as the U.S. troops show up, and people might laugh at that, but I'll tell you this. I have talked to a ton of people from Venezuela over the past several weeks. They've reached out, and they all say to a T, nobody in Venezuela is dying for Maduro. Nobody in Venezuela is losing their life to defend Nicolas Maduro. It's not going to happen. They're simply not going to do it. And that would mean that the only people who are going to defend Maduro are the most loyal forces. And those number, a few thousand maybe, how many of them will survive the opening salvo of an airstrike? My guess is not many. My guess is not many at all. And so here you have a situation where Maduro is rushing troops to the border, rushing troops to the coastlines, trying to shut down the country. And it won't matter because his people are not going to fight for him. They hate him. He's a horrific dictator. We just had the story about how they're executing troops who aren't loyal enough in an attempt to inspire fear among his soldiers. He's trying to get his people to fight for him by threatening to kill them if they don't. That's the type of piece of trash we're dealing with here. Does that sound like a guy that people are going to lose their lives over? It certainly doesn't to me. Not even a little bit. So, quite frankly, I don't know what reality check we're going to give Maduro. If he thinks he's going to scramble troops to attack the United States military, he's out of his mind insane. We've got better planes. We've got a way better Navy. We've got the best military on the planet. We've got the Marines, the hardest core people out there who will rock and roll when the time comes, who will absolutely crush whatever target you put in front of them. That's who we have on our side. And as I've said before, our problem is not with the good people of Venezuela. We love the good people of Venezuela. We understand the horrific conditions they're forced to live under. We do not hate the good people of Venezuela at all, not even a little bit. Problem isn't with them at all. I want to make that crystal clear. They live under oppression in terrible, terrible situations. Our problem is with the Maduro regime. And the Maduro regime must be dealt with in the harshest way possible. They push their drugs, they push their criminals north of the border. And what do those people do? They poison our people and terrorize our communities. And under no situation can that ever be tolerated. So my problem and the problems of the Trump administration are not with the people of Venezuela. They want Maduro gone more than anybody because they live under his boot on their neck. They hate him. And that's why they're not going to fight and die for him. So we love the freedom-loving people of Venezuela, and they love us. I wish you could all see how many people have reached out. It's Maduro who's the issue, and it's Maduro who must be dealt with. Now, I do want to show you this. For those of you who haven't seen the other video of the boat getting shot up, this is a great one. Let's watch it. Light it up with some chicken salad. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely majestic. You want to run drugs into this country, this is the fate that awaits you. Granted, there's nobody in the boat. They arrested these guys. They didn't drop a missile on them, but they had no problem just obliterating. Look at all the holes that were on that boat. Just ventilated it. Ventilated the boat. Punch as many holes in it as you can. So something big is coming. And if Maduro wants to rush his troops, who knows how many will actually stick around to the border and the coastlines? Be my guest. You want to try to attack the United States military? You will get absolutely pulverized. It is just that simple. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What do you want to see happen? How do you want to see President Donald Trump handle this situation? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys absolutely nothing at all. Huge, 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 huge boost to the channel. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a single thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. That's where you can find me online. Please give me a follow. DMs are open. Feel free to share any information you have. I'll see you all next time.